September Williams.
Okay, and as well, what is your birthday?
I'm an Aries.
Aries?
Arielle speaking. What city are you from?
Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's the state too.
This is Shardonnae speaking, and what is your occupation?
I am currently the superintendent at Arts and Technology Academy in Pontiac, also known as ATAP.
Can you provide a chronological timeline of your career achievements?
Okay, so when I was born, just kidding. My career started off in journalism. So I went to school, my undergrad is in communications and journalism. However, I've always done accounting on the aside. I had loved accounting. I still do to this day. So I started a master's in accounting years and years ago. And then I worked for an accounting firm here in Michigan when I first moved to Michigan. So let me go back. So I started with communications and I worked for a TV station, Fox 23, UPN 41. I didn't continue. I worked there for about a year or so. I didn't continue because it did not align with my morals and my ethics. So then at that time I moved to Michigan. I started my career in accounting because that's what I went to school for eventually. So I said, let me just switch careers. And then at that point, I don't know, I just felt like I had a different calling and I felt the Holy Spirit was telling me to go in a different direction. So then I went back to school in education. I went to Cambridge College, got my master's in education, and then I went back to school and got another master's at Central Michigan University. And then I began in education. I used to work with Detroit Public Schools. I was a middle school math teacher for years. And then at that time, I thought that I was gonna move back home, but I didn't. So I went back to school and started maybe in community counseling. So I enrolled in UAD Mercy. I was at UAD Mercy for a couple of years. And then I was like, yeah, something is not it. So I went and applied to get a degree at Wayne State University. I actually applied for a doctoral program in clinical psychology. And I had one of the highest scores in my analytical GRE assessment. But at the time, they were not keen on African American women entering into that program. So then I still applied, and so they didn't deny me. You know what they said? They said it was full. So then I said, you know what? I felt like that was the Lord just diverting me somewhere else. So then at that time, I went back to school. No, I didn't go back to school then. I just started working at Detroit Public Schools. And then at that time, I went back to school. They had an LLI program. It was an initial teacher certification program. So I enrolled in that program. And then from there, this is how I also know that it was God, my career took off. So started with a middle school teacher. Then I ended up teaching in the honors course. Then I ended up being a curriculum director. Then I ended up being an assistant principal. Then I ended up being a principal. And then made my way all the way up to what I am now, and that is a superintendent.
Okay. And I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
And what legacy do you hope to leave behind your personal life?
In my personal life?
Professional life.
Professional life. That in my presence, lives have been transformed.
That is an amazing answer.
Thank you.
This is Elise speaking. Who or what has had the most significant influence on your career?
In my career?
Yes.
God and yeah, that's it.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.